Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olsen, and welcome to Education Matters, a program where we talk about the people and the programs in our school system. And today we have wonderful guests. We have Principal Kevin Regan from the day school. Welcome, Kevin, to the program. And we have 4 outstanding day school students who are participating in the math club and who have had great success in the math club. And I'm going to introduce the students right now to everyone. And to my right is Stephanie Chu, who is a 4th grader at the day school, and Kush Gami, who is a 3rd grader. You know Mr. Regan. And then we have Amy Jiang, who is a 5th grader, and Torsten Ullrich, who is a 5th grader at the day school. So I want to welcome you all to the program. And thank you for coming today. And Kevin, let me start off by asking you, first of all, you've been in our school system for many, many years. And tell me how many, in our audience, how many years exactly?
Yes, this is year 35.
35.
And I've loved every one of them.
I'm sure. You started off as a teacher, right?
Yes, I was a physical education teacher at North Middle, which is now the day school. Started there in 1979, taught there for 12 years, then I transitioned into an administrative position at the Robinson School, was there for 2 years. The second year was also the principal of the Cameron School, which is now the Cameron Senior Center, and I've been the principal at the day school for the last 22 years.
Well, you've been one of our MVPs in the school system. I remember probably about 15 years ago, I was the interim superintendent of schools for a year in between Dr. Chris Foley and Dr. Foster. And if you recall, I asked you to come over and help out, and you did a fabulous job as a central office administrator at that point in time. I would have loved to have kept you there. Just briefly, before we start talking to our students, you grew up in Acton?
I did, yes. Yeah, I was
I know you had great success on the basketball team at Acton.
Yeah, I was a 1974 graduate of Acton-Boxborough. I don't say that too commonly around Westford because we're rivals with the Colonials from Acton, but I graduated in 74, then went to Springfield College and graduated in 1978, and then completed 2 masters, actually 2 graduate programs at UMass Lowell.
Well, you've been an outstanding administrator in our school system for many years. And
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure for me to have worked with you for all those years.
Likewise.
Let's talk with our students right now, okay? All of you are involved in the math club, which I understand has had some very good success in competitions. And I'm going to just go around and ask each one of you what it is that you like about being involved in the math club. What are some of the favorite things that you do? So, Stephanie, let me ask you, what are some of the favorite parts of the and aspects of the math club?
Doing the contests, and also like for the fun sheets, and doing the challenges with like a partner.
Do you now, when you are involved in competitions, do you work individually, or do you both work individually and with a partner also?
Just work individually. Usually you can't like copy from anybody else's sheet.
Mm-hmm. And that's important. That's important in school. Kush, what are some of your favorite parts of being involved in the math club?
I like the contests, and at the end I like to see whoever gets the improvement certificates. And I also like the fun sheets because at the bottom they were like, from the answers, you would like make an answer from a joke, and I really like to look at the joke. It was pretty fun for me.
Good. Now, Amy, what is it you like about the math club?
Well, I like learning new strategies, and every time we start math club, we just start out with like a few problems with like mental math, and then Mr. Regan calls on some people to show their strategies, and I like learning new strategies because it helps me in other ones.
Good, very good. Torsten, how about you?
Well, I enjoy doing the practice tests, both with a partner and individually, because it's a great way to challenge myself, and I find it interesting to see how well I fare.
You know what I'm very impressed with already, the 4 of you, is that you are indicating that you'd like to be challenged. Okay, and that's very important in school in terms of your academic growth. Are there any particular problems, Torsten? I'm going to start over with you here. Are there any particular types of problems that cause the most difficulty or the most challenging to you?
Well, there are a lot of problems that require a lot of thinking, and some problems really require you to do math and really have to work it out on a piece of paper. So yeah, there are often questions that stump me, and it just takes a lot of time to figure out the answers.
Good, very good. Amy, how about yourself? Any particular problems that represent the most challenging problems to you?
Well, I don't like those problems that you have to read over and over again because you don't understand it, and then afterwards when you only get a little and you have to solve it all out. I don't like those problems. Those are very difficult for me.
So are you saying, Amy, problems that we have always called them word problems that have a description of the problem and translating that from words into mathematics? Are those challenging for you?
Well, yeah, basically those.
All right. Kush, any particular problems that are most challenging to you?
Yeah, I've had some problems on the contests that stumped me for so long, and I don't understand them at all. And in contests, you can't get any help, so I just get so confused what to do. And in some of those problems, it just takes me forever to get them. And then I finally get them, and then usually I think I get them right, and other times I get them incorrect.
Stephanie, how about yourself?
Well, there's this particular problem. I think it was in the first math contest where there was this problem about a group of 20 people, adults and children, spent their day at a water park, and then they each, in total, they paid $200, and the adults paid this certain amount of dollars, and the children paid a certain amount of dollars. So you need to find how many children are in there. So it's sort of complicated because they only give you the money, what the adults pay, and what the children pay. So if they give you the number of adults, it would be much easier, but in the end it was sort of difficult for me because it required a lot of thinking and problem solving because there's a lot of missing things that you need to find out.
That those challenges are, as I've said previously, are very good for you because they allow you to do some very significant and deep thinking and incorporate a lot of math strategies into solving the problems. And before I get back to all of you, Kevin, how long has the math club been operating at the day school?
We've had math club now for 9 years. In the first year that we had it, we were members of the Continental Math League, and there was only one contest. So a math coordinator, Anne-Marie Condike, let me know about the online math league, and we tried that out. We transitioned from the Continental Math League to the online math league, and I find that most of the participants of math club really enjoy the contest. So 3 contests is better than 1. One of the things is that we have 3 grade level math clubs. So Torsten and Amy are in 5th grade math club, Stephanie in 4th, and Kush in 3rd. So we've had participation for 9 years, and we have just about 25% of the students in the school in one of the math clubs.
How does how do some of the problems relate to our own curriculum? Are the problems that they are asked to solve in the math club similar to the curriculum that we offer?
That's an interesting point you bring up. It's not aligned to what used to be the curriculum frameworks and now has converted to the Common Core. So some of the students will say, we haven't done that in class, which I think helps stretch their thinking and gets them thinking in other ways. There's a lot of pre-algebra even at the 3rd grade level. Geometry, obviously number sense.
How many students in total at the day are involved in the math club?
I would say this year we had probably about 120 students
That's terrific.
total.
Because we've known for many years that competitions are very important to the academic development and also the social development of students. And they help keep students sharp and thinking keenly. And I know you've had a lot of before school and after school programs for a number of years. And students from the day school historically have also scored very, very well on the MCAS. And we'll get back a little bit more to the competitions in a couple of minutes and some of the awards that you've all received. And I want to ask you just, because you're elementary students, what's your favorite subject or some of your favorite subjects in school when you're attending the day? Stephanie, how about yourself? What do you like the most?
Science, maybe a little bit of social studies because, well, I mean, studying the U.S. is sort of fun because you get to like see all the historic landmarks, and then also maybe a bit of creative writing.
Very good, which is very important. Your ability to express yourself both orally and in writing is very, very important in terms of your future development and success not only in school, but when you're grown-ups like Mr. Regan and myself, in terms of ability to have a job. Kush, what are some of your favorite subjects in school?
Well, I love social studies because I had very much fun learning about the Pilgrims, the Wampanoags, the Puritans. I also like science because right now in my class we're working on the plants unit, and my class is in charge with Mrs. Gonzalez's class to take care of the greenhouse. And it's been really fun to like walk through, take a look at how the plants are progressing, and we've planted our own in our class, and we've been like observing them about 2 days each, and then we've like left them there for overnight, and we kept on checking them over and over again. And I also like math because it's kind of challenging, and I like the multiplication and all that because it's fun for me.
Very good. Amy, what are your favorite
Well,
subjects?
I like math, science, and social studies because, like, math, I just like solving problems in general, and for science, I like to figure out things, how they work, such as, like, simple machines and complex machines.
Very good.
And social studies because I like learning about history and what people have gone through in the past and things like that.
Good. Torsten, how about yourself? Favorite subject or
Well,
subjects?
I really enjoy creative writing because it allows you to think and create a story that is relatively new to you, and it doesn't have to be a realistic story that exactly happened, and allows you to have let you think and put down things that can't really happen or will never happen. And also I like social studies because you get to learn about the Revolutionary War, about the Ice Age in 5th grade, and those are very interesting. And I also like science, especially this time of year, because we received animals, and we get to take care of the animals, and make sure they survive, and then soon we get to take the animals home.
Very good. You know what impresses me greatly is how well you all express yourselves. You're obviously very, very bright students. Now, some of you have talked about science and plant life. First of all, the scientific method of approach to solving problems is very, very important, and will serve you well as you go through life. And as you progress through the grades, you'll learn more and more about the scientific method. But I think you all have a little bit of of an idea of what that's all about right now. And how many of you, just out of curiosity, because I know the Living Lab is located at the day school, how many of you have been at the Living Lab? Well, all of you, I'm sure. Torsten, anything in particular you liked about the Living Lab before we get back to talking about the math?
Well, the
Math
Living Lab
building?
is very interesting to go through because it presents you with an opportunity to learn about things that are really things that you would never really learn in school. Like, for instance, you learned all about in 5th grade, you learn all about mosquitoes, and it's just probably not part of something you would do in your time.
Good, that's interesting. Amy, how about?
Well, in Living Lab, we mostly learn about science and like earth science and all the types of science, of course. But what I like most about it is because I get to learn things that I don't learn, like Torsten said, in school regularly, and also I get like almost a head start because I guess we later learn it in science in our regular classes.
Good. Kush, how about you?
I like when they take us down to the Reed Brook. It looks interesting to see like the differences from the fall and the spring. And then when they take us in, they have us observe specific things, or otherwise like they teach us some type of way to use a chart or something, and then they set us off and we like pick some specific thing, and then using what the teacher told us with the chart, we try to find out like what's its name or what's the species of it or something like that.
Yeah, you all have excellent vocabulary also. You know the terminology a lot in terms of scientific terms. Stephanie, how about you yourself?
Well,
You enjoyed the
it's-
Living Lab?
Well, it's like fun looking at the Reed Brook and seeing sort of what you can find, and then inside they let you do like sort of like a project, because in 4th grade this year we're doing I think earth science, like seismology, and also in spring we made our own volcanoes with vinegar and baking soda. It was really fun.
It's interesting you say that, because I will always remember when I was a student in elementary school, one of my favorite projects was making a volcano and finding the ingredients that would cause an eruption in the volcano. It's always one of, I think, students' favorite projects. Kevin, let me get back to the math club and the competitions. What types of competitions have the students been involved in, not only this year, but in previous years?
Well, when you complete a math contest, your 4 highest scorers, that is your team score. And at the end of each year, or the end of the 3rd math contest, there's a total number of points. And all the teams from across the United States, and there's a few from Canada also, that score the highest are given plaques. We've had the good fortune of some of our teams from the day school being national champions, if you will. This year, our 3rd grade team finished tied in 14th, our 5th grade team finished 5th, and our 4th grade team finished 4th, which is admirable.
And that's nationwide?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's an outstanding accomplishment.
And plaques, this would be a
Show us-
plaque
show us what
from
you,
our
the honors that,
12-13 school year. But what we'll end up doing is at one of our upcoming assemblies, actually show the students throughout the school, not just the math club members, the plaques that we did earn. You can get a national champion plaque, and then the top 10% of the teams receive another top team plaque.
So this plaque is from what organization?
This would have
Okay.
been from Online Math League the year 2012, 2013. Our 5th grade were national champions. And then for individual awards, some of the students that are with us here on the show later this school year will receive one of these medals from Online Math League. They would have been one of our team high scorers. So we take their individual score for each of the 3 math contests, and the students that score the highest receive one of these medals.
Well, that's quite a medal. It's quite an
It's
impressive medal.
nice.
So tell me what, if you would, what the Online Math League competition looks like.
Well, they're an organization that actually creates the questions. You can actually take it online, or you can take a paper pencil test. assessment. We actually do paper pencil because we have, this year we had 50 third graders participating. So to try to have 50 computers in one location.
So it can be
was
paper and
difficult.
pencil also?
Right. We
Okay.
take the paper pencil contest. The benefit of doing it electronically is it can be scored immediately. And other activities we've done have been more individually or small group or partner based. A few years ago, we bought subscriptions to Greg Tang Math, and students would actually try to solve problems. Some of it was computation, but some problem solving on their own, and we would divide up our math club into a few different stations, and that would be one of the stations.
Good. That's, so you've been at it now for a number of years with the math competitions, and I've always been impressed, as I've said earlier in the program, with the number of either before or after school programs that you've made available to the students, because that enriches their academic experience and the social experience. And now, Stephanie, will you be participating in the math club again next year?
Yeah, because, well, I like doing it, but if it like intercepts sort of with my other schedules, well, maybe I might not, because I have like a lot of out of school activities, so yeah.
Sometimes that's very true with adults too, is that a lot of activities that come together, and so we have to select which activities you want to participate in. Kush, will you continue to participate?
I love math club, so I'm going to do it again next year, and probably in 5th grade as well. And I love doing like the contest and the worksheets, because I always loved math, so it's very fun for me.
Good. Amy, how about you? Will you continue? Well, no, I just remembered. You and Torsten will be 6th graders next year, right? So you're not going to be at the day school next year. Are you looking forward to going to middle school now?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm also pretty nervous.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? But I know that you and Torsten will handle that very well. Torsten, you nervous about going to middle school at all?
Not very much, no. But if there was math club next year, I definitely want to join it. But I don't think there is any math club next year, so that kind of is a little sad. So
We're going to work on that to make sure that we can continue math competitions. Amy, were you going to say something?
Oh yeah. I'm going to Sony. Wait, are you going to Sony?
yes.
Sony does have a math club. I'm pretty sure it's just that I think 6th graders can't join because there are too many people.
Oh, okay. Now, Stephanie, you mentioned a couple of minutes ago about activities outside of school. I'm going to start over here with Torsten. Torsten, are there any activities outside of school, sports or music lessons or anything that you're involved
yeah, I take private lessons for piano,
in? Very good.
and I enjoy playing soccer a lot, and I play both town and club soccer.
Great. Would you like to play that at middle school and at Westford Academy also?
Yes, I would.
Good.
Yeah.
And I bet you're a great soccer player.
Thanks.
Good. Amy, how about yourself? What activities?
I swim a lot. Like I almost swim every day. On a swim team, and
Good.
I take art classes. Also, I take private lessons for my viola, and that's. I also have Russian math. It's
Good.
Yeah.
So you're very busy also, and you're all, just as young students, very, very heavily scheduled and busy. Kush, what do you like to do outside of school?
Once I get out of school, I usually sign up for sports, and the most popular one I play is baseball. And I also do like activities, and in other words, I do drama, which is at Ronenbush. And
Good.
it's like, it helps you get more of your expressions. It helps you like act and lose your stage fright. And I also do Taekwondo, which is martial arts,
That's terrific.
and I'm a green belt in Taekwondo. Along with all my other friends who go, I'm the highest out of all of them.
Excellent, excellent. And you know, you do learn an awful lot by participating in theater arts. I was fortunate enough in in school when I was going to school in Chelmsford, that I participated in theater arts also, and you do learn a lot about your abilities, your confidence level, your ability to express yourself clearly, to act on an extemporaneous manner in terms of if something goes wrong. How do you recover from that quickly? So you learn an awful lot from theater arts. Stephanie, how about you? What do you like to do beyond the school hours?
I play soccer, and I'm on a soccer team, and I also take private piano lessons, and I also take skating, and yeah, that's about it. I was on the swim team like in fall, for the fall season, but not right now.
Good. Now, summer is coming up, right? We only have a few weeks left to school. We are filming this program towards the end of May. Any particular plans for summer, Stephanie?
I'm going to China, and yeah, I don't think much else.
That's quite a trip. You have relatives in China?
Yeah, both of my grandparents live in China, and yeah, I think that's about it.
Kush, how about yourself? Any summer plans?
Yeah, I'm going to Canada in Ontario. So I'm not sure where we're gonna travel yet, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna travel some places out of Ontario maybe.
Very good. And Amy, how about your summer plans? Anything?
I'm also going to be going to China, and I'm pretty sure it's the Sichuan province, and my whole family basically lives there.
Wow, that's very interesting. Well, I'd love to hear at the beginning of next school year about your trips to China, and Kush, your trip to Canada. Torsten, how about yourself?
Well, my grandparents plan on coming here from Germany, and then we plan on going down to Florida together with them and spending the time there at the beach and just getting warm.
That is wonderful. Well, you have been outstanding guests, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And Kevin, I want to thank you for all your years of outstanding service and continued service to the school system. This is Bill Olsen. Thank you for watching Education Matters.